The school year is not done just yet, and already educators are calling on the province and school boards to start planning for what's to come in September, another school year during a pandemic. That includes 2 TDSB teachers who spoke with City News under anonymity. They say it is vital to start having these conversations, discussions, and bring plans underway to bring back extracurricular activities, particularly sports, as safely as possible.
There's concerns that we are not only dealing with some mental health issues, some physical issues, and then there's some socialization issues.
There's no denying that it has been a difficult year for students who have been shuffled from online learning to in-person and back again. And during this time, most organized sports and activities have been put on hold.
Kids are, they're unmotivated, they're down, they're not engaged.
As those decisions were made then, parents, educators, and youth have had to pivot last minute to make those arrangements. Teachers we spoke with say they hope that won't be the case again.
My fear is if we wait until 1 week or 2 weeks before school starts, that might not be enough time to organize safe activities.
Students haven't been able to participate in their sports teams for over a year now, competing against other schools. Events have gone unattended, and teachers are seeing the impacts of that.
It's a lot of kids' lives that are involved in this.
Beginning May 31st, those 12 years of age and older can book an appointment for their Pfizer vaccines, with the province saying there would be special dedicated clinics throughout the weeks of June 14th and 21st. That signaling hope to start thinking about the possibilities for next school year.
We should start thinking about how can we bring athletics and sports and extracurriculars back to school. And there hasn't been any discussion of that, and there hasn't been planning for that, and there really needs to be planning and organization.
We asked the Toronto District School Board if those discussions are underway. The TDSB says they would take their lead from the Ministry of Education and Public Health officials, adding, quote, "We anticipate that health and physical education classes would be permitted to continue as they have this year. At this point in time, we have not received any direction with regard to organized sports, which are currently on hold." It's important to note that while obviously very different, staff, particularly at the elementary level, do come up with creative ways of incorporating physical activity into remote learning.
At the end of the day, I think kids need to have this physical activity. And when they don't have it, I think there's a lot of problems that could happen. And it may not show up right now. It may not show up, in the next number of years, but it could down the line show up in other areas.
Teachers also say school boards in the province need to consult more with educators, especially when it comes to decisions that will impact classrooms and students.
For the kids to know that there is hope, that people are working on things to sort of bring them something exciting.
Now, we did hear back from the Ministry of Education late this afternoon. They tell us they've been communicating with boards and encouraging activities that don't require the sharing of equipments, that support physical distancing, and that are outdoors. And part of their statement also reads, quote, "While the safety of all Ontario students and staff continues to be our top priority, we are committed to restoring as normal a school year as possible, including extracurriculars, gym, and other activities that are critical to the mental and physical health of students." Now, to note, we also reached out to the Peel District School Board to ask these same questions. However, a spokesperson did not respond to her email by deadline today.